welcome to Tom Williams Park in Owen Sound as we get set for the NDBL Junior All-Star Game. Matter of fact, this is the 28th edition of the Junior All-Star Game for the North Dufferin Baseball League. Today we have the Ballistics taking on the Dirt Devils. Dirt Devils will act as home team here today. You will see players from the different teams mingling with each other on different teams. You might see teammates against each other here today. An exciting baseball game for this Junior All-Star Game. My name is J.C. Coots, joined by Kirk Gibson, a member of the Owen Sound Bay Sox who just played in the Senior All-Star Game. Kirk, thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm just excited to commentate some good baseball in Owen Sound.
There's nothing better than watching baseball on a Saturday in the summer. And despite a little bit of rain that we had here during that first game, during that senior game, we did start with sunny skies today, but there's been a little bit of rain in the forecast for this junior game. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish the game. 7 innings is what this one is scheduled for. The seniors, you just played 9 innings, and it was a 6-2 win for the West All-Stars beating the East All-Stars, of course. Unfortunately, you were on the losing side on that game, Kirk. But what was the game like? What was it like to be an All-Star and to be in that dugout with the East?
I mean, it was an honor to be voted in by my peers to be an All-Star and represent the Bay Sox. We had a bunch of our guys in there, so it was a great time to be there, experience it with all of them. And just meet all the new guys across the league. It was a great showing of talent that we have in the North Dufferin League.
It really is. There's so many amazing teams and amazing players, and when you put on an all-star game like this is really the opportunity for everyone just to see what it's like. Talk about your Owen Sound Bay Sox, your season so far. How's the season been going for you guys? I know that you're near the bottom of the standings right now, but obviously it's a long season.
Yeah, I think we have 6 games left. We're contending pretty decently for a spot in the playoffs, trying to get that last spot in there. I really don't think our record shows the skill we have. We've had a few close games where we have 1 bad inning, and that's just bitten us. So I think once we turn that around, we might be able to make a nice playoff run.
All right. Well, I know there's a lot of fans in Owen Sound that'll be hoping for a long playoff run for the Bay Sox this season. We're just getting through player introductions here from both teams. And you see some members of the Barrie Bay Cats.
Chase Brennan, Wyatt Thompson,
Jaden Aiken, Zach Hartman, Jack Larmer, Connor O'Brien, and Cameron Sauter, all members of the
Here is the coaching and
Bay
management
Cats.
staff for the Dirt Devils. From Aurelia, Wes Winkle. From Orangeville, Bob Sinclair. And from Barrie, David Sauter. Let's have a nice welcome for the Dirt Devils and the Ballistics for today's game.
We are just about set to go, but of course, with any good game, we have to do the national anthems, which will be happening momentarily here.
The plate, Don Bartley, and on the bases today, Dana Saunders and Keith Warden. Good luck to everybody participating today. On behalf of the Owen Sound Bay Sox, welcome to the Junior All-Star Game from the North Dufferin Baseball League. And now, we'd like to play our national anthem to start today's game. So please rise if you can, remove your caps, and sing along with our national anthem. Once again, on behalf of the Owen Sound Bay Sox, welcome to today's Junior All-Star
It's Junior All-Star game for the North Dufferin Baseball League.
And the Dirt Devils.
J.C. Coots along with Kirk Gibson, who will act as the color commentator today. He just played in the Senior All-Star game that took place before this one this afternoon.
And JC, well, you know what's going on here? We got a standoff, a good old-fashioned standoff, but the umpires weren't having any of it.
I think you're familiar with one of the umpires on the crew today?
Yeah, the home plate umpire, he's the coach of the Bay Sox. There's some questionable calls first game that the guys were kind of giving him the gears about. But no, it's all in good fun. That's what today's all about. It's all about fun and showcasing the level of baseball we have in the North Dufferin League.
Well, maybe you could take the coach and do a team trip to the optometrist on Monday morning, just in case he was missing those a little bit in that first game. It looks like we're going to have let's take a look at the visiting batting order. Sorry, let's make that. We'll start with where the home team is going to be for defense today. The outfielders, Jet Winkle, Gavin Taylor, Tanner Kotlarts.
Here is the batting order for the Ballistics today.
The infield.
Leading off at second base, number 7, Owen Kazanowski. Batting second, the
infield made up of Jaden Akins, Ben Nicholson,
batting third, the center
Owen
fielder,
Kasnowski,
Tanner
and Jack
Kotlar.
Sinclair.
Batting cleanup for the Ballistics today, playing
Pitcher and
third
catcher.
base, number 93, Jaden Akins. Batting fifth, the shortstop for the Ballistics, number 8, Ben Nicholson. Batting sixth in right field,
There's a starting lineup.
number 3, Gavin Taylor.
Kachnowski,
Batting
the
seventh
second
for the
baseman, will lead
Ballistics,
things
left
off
fielder,
today.
number 17,
Jaden Akins in a
Jet
cleanup
Winkle.
position.
Batting
Tate
eighth
Lightheart,
for the Ballistics, first
the
baseman,
pitcher.
number 3, Jack Sinclair. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for the Ballistics, number 38, Tate Lightheart. The starting pitcher for the Dirt Devils today will be number 4, Wyatt Thompson.
And you see the starting lineup for the opposing team. Dylan Brown in the leadoff position.
Leading off for the Ballistics will be the second baseman, number 7, Owen Kazanowski.
Owen Kasnowski steps in. Pitch in there. Pitch in, that one hit up. Taken in by the shortstop. Throw to first, not going to get there in time.
Now batting.
You know, you got to wonder if a bit of the rain made the grass wet on that one. Ball got away from him a bit.
It did look like it was otherwise a routine play for them. Take a look there at the shortstop coming in. Yeah, and maybe you're right about that. Just a bit of a wet ball probably going to be a factor here as we get through this junior game this afternoon. Rain still coming down in Owen Sound. Thompson gets the throw off to first. Dupuis up at the plate now.
You know, Anson Dupuis, he was in the Senior All-Star game as well. He's near the top of the senior batting average leaders as he... That's one foul. But no, I've talked to Anson as we've played a few games, and he's a good guy. Love to watch him play.
He's in here against Thompson now. They count 0-2. Thompson delivers. That one swung on and missed. Looking to get a stolen base in, and they will at second. Kasnowski in there. Action back at the plate, the 1-2 pitch coming up for Thompson. Chopper hit to first. That's pulled in. They tried to get him at first. Did they get him at first?
No, he was safe.
I've got the umpire. Your coach is in my viewing angle here.
Yeah,
so
I'll just tell him to get out of the way next time.
just yell. Since you know him, you can yell at him. It would be bad if I did it.
You see Anson Dupuis dive into first base there. Really shows how hard of a worker he is, how talented he is as a player. He guts it out even if he has a bad result.
And heads up base running too. Kasanowski goes over to third, and now no throw will come off here as Dupuis is able to take second. Thompson now got to watch two runners. Pitch in, swung on, strike.
Big swing there.
Sound like a solid pitch too.
This is in case of power against power.
If you want to use it. I don't know. Use that. Get the pitch radar going here. See how hard Thompson's throwing. That one, contact made. Second baseman back. And the pop fly brought in. Runners will stay, although Kasanowski was thinking about it. He was challenging a little bit there, but he ultimately does not go.
And that second baseman, that's his teammate right there. You gotta wonder if they're gonna be joking about that at practice.
That's why it's so fun to watch this style, the junior all-star game, where now teammates are pitted against each other potentially. Jaden Aikens in, swung on that one high for strike one.
Those high fastballs, they look like beach balls coming in. You just can't resist sometimes.
Thompson again, checks the runner, delivers right over the plate.
Nice curveball there.
Strike two. Jaden Atkins at the plate. Remember the Baycats? There's another high one. Fastball again.
That's showing great discipline. That's the pitch he swung at earlier in the at-bat.
Thompson set. There's a hard hit ball. That one out to center field. Fielder in motion is going to drop in. One run will score. Second run coming around the corner now, and that will easily stand up. Two runs in for Aikens here.
Now batting for the Ballistics, the shortstop, number 8, Ben Nicholson.
Yeah, that's a great approach right there. With 2 strikes, you got to go with the pitch. That was a nice curveball, and he just got a piece of it, got a hold of it, sent it to the opposite field.
Thompson on the mound now. He's got, again, a runner in scoring position. Quick shot and a hit. That one, well, back to center field again, and they will watch it go. It is gone. A home run to bring in 2 more runs. That's Nicholson. The Mansfield Cubs, the big bat, 2 RBIs.
Now batting for the Ballistics, the right fielder, number 3, Gavin Taylor.
And I don't know, Kirk, but this seems like a lot of offense early in this game. Is that expected in an all-star game of this style? You guys you played pretty tight right up until the end.
Yeah, we were pretty tight in the senior game, but right here maybe the conditions were a bit better too. Like maybe he's not having the command that he would on a normal day with the rain. That really plays a factor.
Pitch is in there, and a strike called on that one.
I mean, the point of the All-Star game is anyone can do stuff like that in these types of games. So,
would you ever, in an All-Star game, change your approach at all because the game doesn't really count? It's kind of for fun, it's kind of for show, so maybe you'd want to try something you don't normally do a day-to-day?
Yeah,
would you do that?
That's funny you asked that. Before the game, I was talking to my teammates, making sure these games don't go against the stats, and I was basically just saying I wanted to hit a home run, and you know how that goes. You never hit a home run when you try to.
Well, we did see at least one ball leave the park during that first seniors game, and I think somebody had to move a truck afterwards. Pitch down low for Winkle. Thompson gets set. The 1-1. Oh, came around on that one. Strike 2.
Oh no, they actually just waved that one off.
They just waved that one off? All right, didn't come around.
It looked like he went around a bit to me as well.
That one, strike 2. And there's a hit. First baseman makes movement. Running back to the pitcher. Won't get the, did get the tag in time. A little tough to see the angle on that one, but two teammates in an otherwise normal situation, Thompson and Winkle. And Thompson got the better of that foot race, tagging out his teammate, or normally his teammate, but in this case, opposing player. Winkle is out, and that will do it for the top of the first. The Dirt Devils, the home team today, will be sending out their batting lineup. All right, let's take a look at the home batting order. Dylan Brown, the catcher, is going to lead things off. Jack Larmer playing in the cleanup position. Liam Reynolds, who I believe we saw in the senior game, is in that number 9 spot. Anybody in this lineup that we should be watching for, in your opinion, Kirk?
I mean, they're all all-stars for a reason. Everyone can play the game very well. As we see a lot of nice flashy plays when they're doing ground balls right here in between innings. I've played with and against Liam Reynolds, though. He's in the 9 hole here. And in the first game earlier today, he was just robbed of a home run by my teammate for the Bay Sox, Ryan Bartley. So he has the power to do that.
We'll take a look at how they're set up in the field here. Winkle, Kotlarts, and Taylor making up the fielding positions.
Trailing by a score of 4-0. Leading off for the Dirt Devils will be
Aikens, Nicholson, Kasnowski, and Sinclair on the infield.
The Ballistics will be number 38, Kate Lightheart.
Anson Dupuis, of course, the catcher here. And it's Dylan Brown up first. Pitch is in. Strike call.
You know, Brown and Dupuis are teammates with the Padres, so you got to wonder if them being a battery normally throughout the season has any effect today.
Another pitch in. That one, ooh, just behind him there. Had to be sharp on that one. Brown got a piece of that one. Race over to first, and that one in time. Retires the leadoff man.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 8, Dale Critchley.
Dale Critchley, the outfielder, comes in. Lightheart on the mound. Delivers. That one well hit. Into center field. Fielders move, and it'll drop in for a base hit.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 16, the shortstop, Nick Dufferin.
Shortstop Nick Guthrie up.
Oh, you can see Anson Dupuis, he's joking with his teammate. He's telling his outfielders to move in a bit, saying he doesn't have the power to go out there.
Just sharing that information. First pitch, that's well low for a ball. Pitch in, strike one. Lightheart in, delivers up the third baseline. It goes. That gets by. And a stand-up single.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, third baseman, number 24, Jack Larmer.
Maybe Dupuis telling his outfielders to move in saved them a guy at third base right now.
One away here in the bottom of the first. Larmer up. Member of the Bay Cats. One of 5 that are in this junior game today. That one high, ball one. Another one low, ball two. Lightheart on the mound. Delivers. And outside again.
Oh, Dupuis.
And a little bit of an error getting the ball back to his pitcher there. Well, you've got a, let's say you're up there, Kirk, at the plate. You've got a 3-0 count. Are you swinging for the fences?
Well, you gotta. The approach changes every pitch. 3-0, 1 out. Guys on first and second. This guy looks like he can do some damage. You got to know yourself as a player. This guy, looking for something down the middle to drive maybe out of the ballpark.
Let's see how Lightheart responds. Delivers, and it's low. That will walk the bases full.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 20, Easton Dobie.
Easton Dobie steps in now. Outfielder. Lightheart's got himself in a bit of a pickle here. Only one out, looking for a ground ball double play. That one fouled down the third baseline. If you're trying to induce a ground ball, what kind of a pitch are we looking for Lightheart to throw here?
Maybe a changeup, fastball low, something like that. You see the batter's really high up in his stance, so at pitch down low, he's more likely to hit it straight into the ground.
Dupuis had to make some movement on that one, as it was just a bit on the outside. Count at 1-1. That one high again. And Lightheart is having some trouble right now. See if he tries to attack that strike zone. Again. That one on the outside, and facing a situation here now where potentially a walk or a run could walk in here. Lightheart delivers high again, ball 4, and that is exactly what transpires. Back-to-back walks issued by Lightheart, and now Dupuis going to head over to the mound. And how does this conversation go, do you think?
Anson's probably just telling him, throw a strike one time. I'm tired of running around back here. But you got to wonder how much the conditions are playing into this. Pitcher he's got solid mechanics. You just got to wonder if the ball's slipping on him a bit. He's not as confident in his command with a wet ball. But Dupuy's just normally out there to probably just calm him down, get him back in the zone.
There's Payne at the plate now. Sees the first pitch, and that one's a strike. So the conversation looks at least early that it's helped a little bit. That one in the dirt, though. Dupuy's got to be sharp on that one to block it with the body.
Yeah, you can see him wipe off the ball on his pants. There's not a lot of balls left from a lot of them being fouled off from the senior game, so they got to make do with what they have.
We may have to send a runner to Canadian Tire for more baseballs, people. We will let you know. Stay tuned. The stat actually provided by our producer, Mark Perry, is that the number used in Game 1 during that senior game, 3 dozen. You guys were busy.
Yeah, we were.
Thompson's got a 2-2 count here. That one in and just on the outside corner. Not enough for a strike, though. Count goes full. That one again outside, and another walk issued here.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, second baseman, number 3, Wyatt Winkle.
And at this point, it's got to feel pretty lonely out on that mound in the situation that Lightheart is in, but he's got to find himself out of it. That one high, and he got a swing out of that one for a strike. Lightheart delivers, and Winkle again swinging and missing on that one. Strike 2. Lightheart swung on and hit to shallow center. That one brought in. Runners tag up, action at the plate, and he got him.
Great throw right there.
That is the third out, and you can see there's some fun stuff happening out there, which is exactly what you love to see during an all-star game.
Dupuy letting them know.
The Dirt Devils by a score of 4-2. This is the North Dufferin Junior All-Star.
So 4-2 as a result of
the Owen
3 walks in that inning. And we'll take another look at the plate here, and yeah, no question about that one. Excellent job by our Rogers TV camera operators for picking up that clear out at home plate.
And you could hear the good communication between Dupuy and the third baseman for the cut there. Dupuy noticed it was a good throw right on line. Had a better chance to let it go straight through it rather than cut it.
So we'll go to the top of the second. Of course, this game going to be a 7-inning game. That's what we're scheduled for here today. The senior game went 9 innings. Thompson is back on the mound. Sinclair will be up first here today.
Top of the second inning, and the Ballistics coming to the plate, leading in the North Dufferin Junior All-Star game by a score of 4-2. Leading off for the Ballistics in the top of the second inning will be the first baseman, number 3, Jack Sinclair.
Thompson ready to go. Facing off against Jack Sinclair. First up. And that pitch in and good, a strike. 62 on that one. So the junior arms just as strong as the senior arms, at least from a velocity standpoint. That one swung on strike 2. Thompson working ahead quickly here. Pitch in, swung on, strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Sinclair sits down.
Now batting for the Ballistics, the pitcher number 38, Tate Lightheart.
Thompson, outside, ball 1.
You see, he's got some confidence with that curveball after getting that strikeout with it. Look for him to go back to it a few times this inning.
There's the pitch in, and that one a called strike. Lightheart watches that one go for a ball. 2-1. Low, that one. The pitcher will walk on that one.
Now batting for the Ballistics, left fielder, second baseman number 7, Owen Kazanowski.
Owen Kazanowski up now. That one called strike.
You can see Kazanowski nodding his head there. He likes what he sees out of his teammate.
Kazanowski gets that one fair up the third line. Play at second, then over to first, safe at first. But they get the out at second. Trying to turn 2 there.
Now batting for the Ballistics, the catcher number 27, Anson Dupuis.
Kazanowski in the first inning stole a base and scored a run.
Isn't that your typical leadoff hitter, second baseman? Little guy who has some speed on him.
Dupuis, of course, the catcher. That one in for a strike. Thompson tries to get the pickoff there at first. Kazanowski is trying to get into his own teammate's head a little bit. There he goes, and ball in the dirt. He will safely reach. He's thinking about third. He trots about halfway there, but just 1 on this one.
With the big backstop here at Tom Williams, coming around second on a pass ball, you're always thinking 3.
Mm-hmm. So it's a park that's ripe for pass balls, I guess. If one goes, then you should be thinking about active base running. There's a ball hit chopper up to second baseman. That one thrown back easily to get Dupuis, and he will be retired. And that will conclude the top of the second. Should be Thompson due up for the Dirt Devils here. Trailing this game 4-2. We'll keep an eye on for any possible substitutions that are made. may have a substitution at catcher right now.
We just have this guy warming up. The last out was Dupuis, and it takes catchers a long time to get their gear on.
Dupuis all ready to go now. Got his gear on. Kind of important to have that.
Yeah, I learned that at the end of the first game there.
Yeah, we won't get too much into that, Kirk, but Kirk, I know you said that there's a few people watching today that are watching this broadcast live on Rogers TV. Anybody want to say hi to?
I want to say hi to my buddy Aiden.
Right?
He's probably watching right now. My mom, my dad. So I know a few people PBR'd it too. My Aunt Sue.
Nice. Well, the first thing for anybody that is wondering is I did ask Kirk Gibson about his name, because I think if you're of an age and watch the TSN Top 10 highlights, you've seen the Kirk Gibson home run on no legs in Game 1 of the World Series for the LA Dodgers. And I learned today, slightly sad to learn, that you were not in fact named after that Kirk Gibson.
That's just the grandma's maiden name. Crazy how it worked out. I mean, he had no legs in that home run in the World Series. What's my excuse? I got 2 working legs going 0-for-2 in the All-Star game.
Well, you're in an All-Star game, so even though you're not named after him, you share some tributes anyway with the baseball player. There's a swing and a strike. Thompson. Lightheart delivers again. Thompson fouls it back. Caught by that big backstop at the park here. Thompson, of course, the pitcher for the Dirt Devils. 2-2 pitch. Swung at that one and strikes out.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 17, Liam Reynolds.
Liam Reynolds will get his first at bat in the game in the number 9 spot. He played earlier in the senior game. Came on late as a sub. Pitch, that's low. Ball 2. It's all Padres right now. There's nothing wrong with your television. That's just how the Junior All-Star game is done. Tick back for a strike.
I kind of miss how they used to do that in the MLB, where everyone wore their individual team jerseys. I thought it looked a bit more unique.
It did, but then they realized, oh yeah, we can make a lot of money if we make new jerseys every year. That one outside, ball 3. Showdown between Padres teammates. Lightheart, ball 4, walks him.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, the catcher, number 26.
And you can see Reynolds staring him down on the way to first. You know he's going to hear about that at practice. Say you're scared of pitching to me.
That's the 4th walk issued in the game by Lightheart. 3 consecutive walks in the first inning. Push the score to where we are now as that one drilled out to left field and easily caught. Reynolds will stay at first.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 8, Dale Critchley.
Dale Critchley in next. Comes on with a runner at first. Critchley from the Orangeville Bengals. Lightheart keeping an eye on his teammate Reynolds at first. one high there. Dupuy's got to pull that one down. Right to short it goes. They've got second. Over to first, and not in time. Ball took an extra bounce in the dirt, I guess.
Oh, there was already 2 outs.
There was already 2 outs, so it doesn't matter.
It's good to get extra throw in.
It's good to get that throw in, yes. You want to get your reps.
Over the Dirt Devils. Due up for the Ballistics, Tanner Kotlar, Jaden Akins, and Ben Nicholson.
Keep an eye and see if there's any substitutions here. Otherwise, we'll be expecting Akins, Nicholson, and Kotlarts. Kotlarts will be your leadoff.
Now pitching for the Dirt Devils, number 20, Alex Stiles.
Alex Stiles, the new pitcher.
Easton Goby. My bad, sorry.
20. Correction, pitching for the Dirt Devils is number 20, Easton Doby.
Just a correction there, it's Easton Doby who is in. Easton Doby, the pitcher now.
Top of the third inning, the Ballistics leading 4-2 in the North Dufferin Baseball League Junior All-Star Game. Leading off for the Ballistics will be the center fielder, number 8, Tanner Kotlars.
Tanner Kotlars, center fielder, was going to lead things off. Tommy's first pitch in, good for a strike.
First pitch curveball, I bet you Carlas wasn't expecting that.
Tommy again delivers. That one low for ball 1. Easton Dobby of the Georgina Bulldogs. They've got 5 in the game today. That one high. Cartlett's thought about it. Dobby has a sign. That one fouled down the first base line. Count 2-2. Collards ready. Sees that one go for ball 3.
He's going to that slider a lot early on here. Should be feeling pretty good about it.
What do you think he's throwing next?
Probably a fastball, get back in.
Gets that one hit. Out to center it goes. And easily taken in. Fastball? Fastball. That was fastball.
Number 93, third baseman, Jaden Akins.
Kotlarts is retired. Jaden Akins up next. Berry Bay Cats. They've got 5 here today. Swung on, good strike there.
Huge swing there.
Akins at the plate. That's Easton Dobby on the mound. That pitch. 2-1. Dobby's got it. Delivers. And outside again. 3-1. And that one's going to result in a walk.
Now batting for the Ballistics, the shortstop,
Jaden
number 8,
Akins heads
Ben
down the baseline.
Nicholson.
It's only the second walk issued in the game, or sorry, I should say the first walk for Dobby. He's the new pitcher of note this inning. Nolan Nicholson now. Strike there for Dobby.
It's a nice changeup he's throwing.
Count at 1-1. Nicholson. It's a right to second. A little bit of an issue there as the ball was bobbled, but
Now batting for the Ballistics, right fielder number 3, Gavin Taylor.
Nicholson reaches. Akins out at second. Pitch and a strike in. This is Gavin Taylor facing his teammate. Dobby. Chopper over to short. They'll get him at first. And that'll end the inning.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. This is the North Dufferin Baseball.
Off to the bottom of the third we go.
An event being hosted by the
Dirt Devils coming up.
The Ballistics have a 4-2 lead over the Dirt Devils. New up for the Dirt Devils, Nick Guthrie, Jack Larmer, and Easton Dobby.
Guthrie, Larmer, and Dobby scheduled to be up next. Well, we get the game ready to go. Let's take a look at the standings in the junior division. You see Aurelia having a pretty good season. 13-2-0 this season, leading away the division. Georgina down near the bottom at 5-11. Any surprises, in your opinion, Kirk, on where the teams are at this season for the junior division?
Not really. I mean, you expect Creemore to be up near the top of any division. They're near the top of the senior division too. They do a really good job producing talent. They have a good system getting the guys up in the senior division too. Like I said, Anson Dupuis, he plays in the senior team as well. They exposed them to that senior pitching. I think that kind of experience lets them see what it's
Now
about.
pitching for the Ballistics, number
That's interesting.
93, Jaden
Is that a different approach in Creemore than you would see in other places, or is that just special to them?
leading
Well,
off for the Dirt
you
Devils,
see Aurelia at the
bottom
top
third
of
inning
the
will be
junior division.
shortstop,
They're
number 16,
near the bottom of
Nick Guthrie.
the senior division, but there's still a lot of really good talent in Aurelia, and I just think it's about getting those guys from the junior to stay with your organization until the senior side, and maybe exposing them to the differences every now and then, having them substitute maybe for a game or two.
At the end of the day, is there any basis on, how big a city or a town is? Is there going to be more talent, less talent, or is it really just kind of a crapshoot in terms of where you might find the best ball players?
It's somewhat of a crapshoot. definitely in this division because you can pull guys from anywhere, really. And there's a hack.
That was a hack. Strike there.
Oh,
And swung on. That is well hit. It's going to be well fouled, though. But it is over the fence and gone. And again, I worry about the amount of baseballs, though, that seems the umpire does have some there, so we should be good this afternoon.
Dupuis slaps his teammate on the back of the head. That's the guy who he told his outfielders to move in on. The outfielders probably pretty confused by now.
Pitch in the dirt there.
Oh, that's firewood.
You could hear that was a broken bat. You just know the sound.
I experienced the sound earlier in my first at-bat in the senior game. I mean, he got a hit out of it, so maybe it's a bit bittersweet for him, but it was just bitter for me. I just lined out.
Guthrie reaches on the broken bat single. And it's got to be, I mean, I'm sure you have a favorite bat. And based on your reaction earlier today, I think that might have been your favorite bat. Was that your favorite?
That was my favorite bat.
How long have you had that bat, Kirk?
I've had that bat since I was about 14.
Oh, some big memories in that bat today. Are you going to keep it, or is it going in the garbage can?
I gave it away to a little kid that was around here at the field.
Oh, nice.
Ryan Bartley's kid, actually.
That's awesome.
He's a good kid. He's been running the concession a bit, helping with today, so I thought I'd give something a bit back to him. Taped it up for first, though. Didn't want him getting any scratches.
No splinters from the bat. There's a big swing there and a miss. Pitch and a strike. A couple of Barrie teammates against each other here. Ball for Larmer. Hartman on the mound. Larmer swung and missed, and he gives a little smile to his Barrie teammate. You don't often see someone strike out smiling, but you do in an all-star game. Back to the dugout he goes. Easton Dobby, who is the pitcher of note for the Dirt Devils, fouls that one back. Just got a text message today. I'm not sure the verification of this. Jay's no hit today. I'll have to look into that. Major League Baseball. Or it could be, yeah, interesting. There's a quick throw to second. Throw was not in time and off the mark. So into second will go Guthrie. There's Hartman again, dealing, and that one fouled straight back to the batting cage. And, I'm just getting the breaking news. Matt Manning and the Detroit Tigers throw a combined no-hitter against the Toronto Blue Jays today in Detroit for a 2-0 win at Comerica Park.
Hate to see that.
As I've seen one no-hitter thrown against the Toronto Blue Jays in a game against Seattle a few years ago. I was in the Rogers Center for that game, and I don't think I've ever cheered so loud for an opposing team. But when you get to see history happen, it's, even if it's not in favor of the team you're cheering for, it's still kind of cool to see history.
Yeah, especially, but that would have been the Paxton no-hitter, right?
That was the Paxton Big Maple.
That's kind of cool to cheer on a fellow Canadian.
That made it just a little bit sweeter to know that it was done by a Canadian on Canadian soil. Swinging a strike there for Payne. Can hear the rain coming down here now. Hartman checks. Payne again. Getting that high heat there. He's falling for it. Runs the count to 0-2. That one fouled back. And back it goes.
Hope that didn't hit my car.
All vehicles and people were safe on that one. Can confirm. Payne's still up. Guthrie at second. The lone Dirt Devil on bases right now. Hartman working. Temperatures dropped about, I'd say, 6 degrees from where we were at the start of today's senior game. So it's quite cool now in Owen Sound here with the rain arriving. Making a move there is Guthrie, and he is safe. Safe at third. Hartman trying to get Payne at the plate here. Although the Dirt Devils would love to get that run in. One outside for a ball. 2-2. Payne hoping to put something in play here. Swings on, that's hit high down the third base line. They're in motion and they've got it. Payne is retired. And we will go to the fourth inning.
Hold a 4-2 lead over the Dirt Devils. This is the North Dufferin Junior All-Star Game. We want to welcome everybody to Tom Williams Park and the City of Owen Sound. And on behalf of the Owen Sound Bay Sox, thank you for your attendance and support.
Well, a rainy afternoon here as we head into the fourth inning. Of course, this game set just for 7 innings, the junior game. Shot inside the dugout. Back on the mound will be Dobby. Keep an eye on any possible moves with the lineups here. Looks like Winkle will be leading things off, just getting ready in the on-deck circle.
Into the fourth inning we go in the North Dufferin Baseball League Junior All-Star Game. The Ballistics coming to the plate,
All right.
holding a 4-2 lead
Winkle
over the Dirt Devils.
Coming up to the
Leading
plate.
off for the Ballistics will be the left fielder, number 17, Jed Winkle.
Sorry, correct to make that Jack Winkle. First pitch into Winkle. Dobby on the mound. 1-0 pitch. Dobby delivers. That one hit down the first baseline. It'll get over the head of the first baseman, drop in for a single. Winkle on board, lead things off.
That's a great piece of hitting right there.
Now batting for the Ballistics.
You got to wonder how far that ball would have went on the ground if it wasn't raining.
can usually get a pretty good roll here, depending on how recently they've cut the grass. Sinclair now. Rain is really starting to come down in Owen Sound, and you can see Dobby's working on that ball. Dobby delivers that one low. Ball 2. Dobby again. Fighting through the rain. That one hit up through the shortstop. It goes into the outfield. It's only going to be a base hit, though, as Winkle puts on the brakes at second, and they got that one in pretty quickly. I was just received a text message from one of our Rogers Sports commentators, the great Zach Scribner, of course. You might know him from RTV Sports Wrap. You might know him from the Owen Sound Attack broadcasts. Zach is watching today. He's good friends with Kirk. And Kirk, Zach just sent me your baseball school lineup. And your name is Kirk Gibson, and you play with A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez,
Yeah.
and Joey Morgan.
Yep.
And these are all just coincidences, I'm led to believe.
Yeah, they're all. Actually, my A-Rod teammate, he's A-Rod the third, so that's been a history of that in their family. And yeah, no, it was cool to see that gain some traction for our school.
And what school is that again?
Owens Community College.
Owens Community College.
Toledo, Ohio.
For the Ballistics, number 7, second baseman.
And is that
Owen.
You're still at that school?
Yeah, I'm just home for the summer, just playing some good baseball, and then I go back in August.
And what's it like when you get to play sports at a high level in the U.S.? It's got to be, is it a completely different world, or is it kind of sort of similar to what it is in Canada? It's just, a different address.
Oh, it's very different, actually. See, we have high school ball here in Ontario, but it's not like as long as the seasons are in America, so you don't really know what it's like to play in front of your classmates and all that stuff. And they get quite a few people out at the games in Toledo, so it's kind of cool to play in front of people you have class with, but there's also a bit more pressure that you need to adjust to.
Dupuis up to the bat now. 2-on, 2-out situation as that one's fouled back. And so, Kirk, I'll ask you then, what was the pathway to get you from here to there to play ball with the college?
Well, I started off playing windmill, actually, and then at a pretty early age I switched over to hardball here at Owen Sound. And then when I was 14, I was lucky enough to make a team in the Canadian Premier Baseball League with the Ontario Giants. And I stayed there for 14U, 15U, and then I didn't play my 16U year because that's like when COVID started and everything. And then 17U, I played for a team in the Fergie Jenkins League, and those teams are all like around the Toronto area. It's long drives, a lot of hours. And then my 18U year, I played for a team in Newmarket. And then you get in contact with coaches like that. We have fall trips and stuff to visit a bunch of schools. And
Dupuis hits that one right to the second baseman. They'll make the play and get Dupuis at first, and that's all they'll need for the third out to take us to the home half of the fourth.
We go to the
you can see those two Royals teammates squaring off at the mound.
42. Due up for the Dirt Devils in the bottom of the fourth inning, Wyatt Winkle, Wyatt Thompson, and Liam Reynolds. This is the North Dufferin Junior All-Star Game, part of a doubleheader today, hosted by the Owen Sound Bay Sox. We thank you for your attendance at Tom Williams Park and in the city of Owen Sound.
And there's, the managers are coming over here now.
All night. All night, yeah. Yeah, so just the second part of the list is what you said.
All right, so we've just gotten word that we're going to be subbing out the lineups here. So we're just going to bear with us, folks, while we get this all organized. Some new players will be making their way into the games.
Fans, we remind you that we're selling raffle tickets today. Our gift prize today is a $100 gift card from Foodland. We will be making the draw in the 5th inning. So again, you can see Nick or anybody in the 10th for the details.
Looks like Dorian is going to be leading things off.
For the Dirt Devils, number 22, Braden Dorian.
And I believe we're going to have a whole new roster of 9 coming up here. Dorian looks at the first pitch, and it's high and outside for a ball. Pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Dorian swings at that one, fouls it off.
That ball hit right off the top of the fence.
Off the fence. Huh. For a second, I thought it was off a car based on some of the crowd reaction here. That's already happened once today, by the way.
My car was part of that, so.
Was it really?
It was. I saw it from shortstop.
I don't know if the team provides body shop work as a benefit.
Yeah, they don't.
That one outside. That's actually strike there, called. Dorian in. And 4th ball issued is a walk for the leadoff. Dorian heads off.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 27, Cam Sauter.
Brian on the mound. All low and in the dirt there for Sauter. That one inside. Another ball as Sauter has to move. 2-1 the count. Another high one.
How did Dupuis try to backpick there? That's the second time he's been doing that. Try to catch the runner on first sleeping.
And Dorian down at first. Got a decent lead there. Dupuis keeping an eye on him, though, as you mentioned. But it doesn't matter now. Another walk issued here. Be the first
batting for the Dirt Devils,
walk issued by
number 13, Chase Brennan.
By McNeil. That one hit into foul territory. And they're able to bring that one in for the first out. Oh. And looks like Sauter's coming up to the plate now. Pitch in low.
Now batting Ryan Hussey.
That's right, make that Hussey there.
Dupuis tried another backpick move. He's pretty slick with it.
McNeil facing Hussey. Got a strike there. Finally able to locate. That one's 62. Contact made. Ball out to the center fielder, who's got it. That'll be 2 away.
Now batting
Hussey's
for the
retired.
Dirt Devils, number 19, Connor O'Brien.
O'Brien into the game now. Where's 19 for the Barry Bay Cats? McNeil takes a look at. Had to keep an eye on Sauter over there. McNeil again. Ball hit up. Easily picked up in the infield and thrown to second for the third out, and that will end the fourth inning. Still 4-2. Ballistics leading the Dirt Devils here.
With the Ballistics coming up to bat in the North Dufferin Junior All-Star Game. Once again, this is your last call for raffle tickets. We are giving away
head to the fifth,
$100 gift card from
and likely a new roster will be making its debut for the
their support
Ballistics.
of today's All-Star Games.
Rain's gotten a little bit lighter here in Owen Sound, which is a good sign. Should be able to get through this ball game this afternoon.
There's been some good music playing between innings all day. That's my teammate, my buddy Nick Rudolph, that's responsible for that. He's done a great job with that this year. He's making his comeback.
Always appreciate a good DJ. What's the longest road trip in this league that you have to worry about, Kirk, when you're playing?
Oh, Midland.
Midland? How far is that?
It's about 2.5 hours.
All right, so
Yeah, so
decent time.
it's kind of what I'm used to with my teenage years growing up playing baseball. But no, excited for that. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think I'm away that game, so. Ooh. Don't tell Don.
And when you play with your U.S. team, what's the longest road trip you make there?
It's about. Well, this year my team went to the district championship, which was in Chicago, Illinois, which was 5.5 hours from our school.
Wow.
We unfortunately lost that series, but it was a pretty close series. That was for a ticket in the World Series, but it was unfortunate.
And when you get up to that level where you're playing at the district one in Chicago, like at that point, are they letting you into the bigger stadiums? Like, are you playing where the White Sox and the Cubs play? Or are you at Wrigley at all? Or no, they're not letting you play there.
They have the field we were playing at. It was really nice. It's a small school there called Joliet Community College, and they had a really nice facility. You could tell they really maintained their prestige, and that's probably how they get a lot of their good guys.
What is, because you've obviously been able to see a number of these facilities in the U.S., is there one facility that's just completely blown your mind of everything that they have, where it's not like pros don't play here, but this looks like it's good enough, like you could put the Blue Jays here if you wanted to? Have you ever encountered anything like that? Yeah,
well, we played at a few D1 schools while I was in my 18U year. We went on a few tournaments there. We played at a school called Eastern Kentucky University, and they have a really nice field.
Really nice,
yeah.
eh?
it was really nice.
And they probably too, because youth sports are so huge in the U.S. Like,
yeah.
It's probably not just baseball facilities, but there's probably amazing football facilities and soccer facilities, and it's just to the point where it's ridiculous when you compare it to what we have here in Canada.
It is.
So we've got Brian up now, facing the 0-1 count. Pitch in. Strike. First strike there for Brian. Pitch low. Ball 2. Sauter, pitcher of note now for the Dirt Devils. Ball called there. Count goes full.
You really wanted that one.
Sauter. Full count pitch and dead ball. Called immediately by the home plate umpire. A little smile there from Brian. I don't know if he's getting in Sauter's head or they're just having fun. Full count pitch, swung and missed, strike 3. Sauter got his pitch there. McNeil up next.
I don't think I've ever seen this many people walk back to the dugout with a smile after they strike out.
Now batting for the Ballistics, Nolan McNeil.
Nolan McNeil at the plate. Pitch by Sauter. That one high outside. Ball 1. Rain still falling steadily here this afternoon. And a called strike there. 1-1. That one delivered low, ball 2. Sauter comes set. Delivers that one. Hit foul down the third base line. McNeil will have to trot back. Try this one again. Definitely cooled off here since we started the day with the senior game at 1 o'clock. Temperature now seems to be about 20 with a bit of a wind. These cooler conditions, do they affect you as a player, or can you kind of play in any temperature weather, Kirk?
Well, me personally, I don't really like the cold as much. I like the warm, but that's pretty normal. I think the ball flies a lot better when it's warmer out, and when it's colder, you don't have as much feel in your fingers. So
that's right. You don't have as much dexterity, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're trying to make plays, and especially if you're trying to quickly transition from glove to ball to make a throw off, it's if it's 10 degrees out, it's not going to happen as fast as it does when it's 30 degrees, I guess.
And you have to be a lot more careful with pitches you swing at, because if you get rung up a bit, you feel it a lot more in your hands when it's colder.
I did laugh a little bit when you mentioned you don't like the cold. Nobody can see it right now, but you do have quite a large fleece blanket that's covering you here right now. And if it does get any colder, I might have to share it with you. That one high, ball 1 call.
This day's been marked on my calendar for a bit. I've been looking at the weather, and it's just saying it's warm. I decided to go with shorts. Bad choice on me.
You'd normally think that in mid-July you'd be fine with shorts, but you just never know in Canada. This is Janes at the plate. Pitch. Swung at that one. Strike 2. Janes from the Orangeville Bengals. 1 of 5 did they send today. Joseph Park, Jack Sinclair also on the ballistics with him. Pitch from Sauter. Strikes him out looking. And that'll do the inning. We'll head to the home half of the 5th. Still 4-2 here this afternoon. Weather actually most likely kind of factoring in on those pitches. You might not be seeing the velocity that you normally would see, and certainly the pitchers, I don't think we've been seeing the control that they would normally get in an all-star game.
The Dirt Devils are down 4-2 to the Ballistics in the bottom of the 5th inning here at the North Dufferin Junior All-Star Game.
Look inside the dugout, which is a popular spot right now because it's dry. And of course we'll have a few lineup changes, including with the man on the mound right now. Cameron Mulvihill, pitcher of note now.
Now pitching for the Ballistics, Cameron Mulvihill.
Check out Guitar Joe. He knows hardcore. Strictly rhythm.
Mulvihill, fourth pitcher of the game.
Leading off for the Dirt Devils, number 55, Aiden Reeves.
Mulvihill in and swung and missed on that one. Reeves, the batter now. Reeves hits that one up to the second baseman. Easily tossed back to first for the first out.
Now batting,
You can see he slipped out of the box a bit there.
20, Alex Stiles.
Shows the wet conditions going on.
Alex Stiles up now. Mulvihill delivers. Stiles finds the hole. No, nice play by first to grab that one and win the foot race and get the out.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 39, Will Palmer.
If you got to reach behind your back like that, Kirk, if you're trying to get a bouncing ball as you're going by it, is that usually do you know it's going to be there, or is it just a lucky thing if it does happen and pops in your glove?
Well, it kind of depends on how you're playing it, but most of the time it's just luck, and then the guys are like always on you about like, hey, look what I found, nice play, should have seen it, you know, just chirping you a bit about it.
You don't even really get to have a second to know that you caught it because you got to get over to first so fast, but that's just instincts, right? You just know the mechanics of if this is in my glove, I got to go to first. That's where the ball goes, right?
Yeah, but you always got to be knowing what you're doing with every situation before the pitch comes, and then if you're caught like lacking, you might make a mental error, and you don't want that. Coach is going to be pretty upset.
2-1 the count. This is Palmer. Mulvihill. Low. And Palmer will walk on that ball 4.
Now batting for the Dirt Devils, number 2, Sam Kuhlman.
Sam Kuhlman up now. Mulvihill. Oh, takes a quick look at first there. When it's a situation like this where the rain's been falling consistently, and you know, everyday things that are normal, like trying to get the pick off at first, now those things, they get complicated. Errors can happen, slips can be made. Do you try to do those more often, or do you just give up the second base in a situation like that?
Well, in a situation like that, like, you might throw over, but not your best move, because like if you throw it over a bit softer, then it might be a bit easier to control. just to keep him honest, maybe keep him from taking second. But yeah, you're definitely right. Something less frequent like a move would be critical in this situation with these conditions.
Yeah, you're just looking to take advantage of the situation. I don't know if you're a base runner, if then you're just trying to get into position more where you're just getting in the heads and maybe you're thinking about stealing more. Maybe you try to steal more because they may not be able to throw you out. The ball might squeak by. It might be wet when they try to make the play happen.
Yeah, definitely, especially if on the pickoff too, like if the ball gets away, then that's an easy third base. Like that's more giving up 2 bases.
But it's not like you guys go and you practice wet baseball situations, right? This is not something. All right, guys, on Tuesday it's wet day. We're going to practice like we're playing in the rain.
765-85-046.
Yeah, I think I'd be sick on wet days.
That's 765.
I really like playing in the rain.
85046. You've won the gift card from Foodland. If you have that number, you can claim your prize from Nick and the folks here at the tent on the
and in the top of the 6th here.
765-85046.
We established the score early in this game, and we haven't had a lot of scoring since.
It's like the reverse of the senior game.
Yeah, seniors waited until the very end to bring open the floodgates. Still see if there's some life before the end of this game. Sauter warming up. Pitcher from the Barrie Bay Cats. Waldro in the on-deck circle right now, getting ready to go once Sauter's completely warmed up. And Maya Waldron's going to step in now.
Leading off for the Ballistics in the top of the 6th inning, number 91, Maya Waldron.
Waldron's first at-bat of the game. Swung and a miss on that one. Strike one.
You can see Maya's wearing an elbow guard. I've never really preferred that. I've never tried it out, but I guess I'm just a bit scared to see if it would mess up my swing.
That is the one thing, because you'll see that some players will wear good contact. Make that one drops in for a base hit. Waldron safely down to first.
Now batting for the Ballistics.
You'll see some players will wear very large, complicated-looking elbow protectors. Some will wear very light ones, and some will wear none at all. And I'm guessing there's got to be some sort of an impact on the swing, whatever you're wearing.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a big swing at that one and a miss. Mulvihill, the pitcher from last inning now here. At bat against Sauter. Strike one. Sorry, strike two, I should say, from Mulvihill. Sauter looks in, delivers. That one, Mulvihill knew that was going to be off the mark because he got his head out of the way very early. Sauter delivers that one again, about the same place it was last time for Mulvihill. Takes the count to 2-2. Pitch in, and again, they're saying that that one is outside. Ball three. 3 straight balls thrown now by Sauter.
You can see Sauter. He's got some mud stuck to the bottom of his cleat. Maybe it might be in the drawing board to get a cleat cleaner on the mound over there sometime soon.
Yeah, that's not easy when you're trying to land that foot. If that's part of your delivery, and it definitely looks like it is for him. Issues the walk here. So Mulvihill maybe working with a little bit of information there as a pitcher himself.
I
think Don might have heard me.
He stopped play to... would like to congratulate Brian Post. Brian is the winner of the Foodland gift card today. Congratulations, Brian, and our thanks to Foodland Owen Sound for the donation of the $100 food card to the Bay Sox and the
we have an official tool is being taken out to the mound right now. I'm not sure if this tool is specifically for removing mud from cleats or if someone just grabbed it out of their toolbox and maybe they're going to do some drywall after this. That is, you can see how thick that is. There's pretty much no contact left for the cleat at this point.
That causes a lot of slips and could even cause an injury.
And that's a lot.
Very unfortunate.
That's the last thing you want, is to trying to play in an all-star game and you slip on the mound, and next thing you know, it's a torn ACL or it's anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sauter looks good now, though. We've got that all cleaned off, and we can resume. 2 on here for Brian. That ball hit to center. It's going to drop in. And we will have runners at all bases here with no out. Webster coming up now. You got to like the situation he sees.
Yeah, I'd be doing right now. I'd be swinging for.
Now batting for the Ballistics, Lucas Webster.
Webster at the plate, facing down the first pitch. That one in, good for a strike. Now Sauter. Got some work to do here. Ideally, try to get something on the ground, get a double play going. Strike there. Or you can throw strikes. That one works too. That's a good way to deal with the situation he's in.
As I was saying a bit before, my approach right here would definitely be try to hit a home run, because if you come up a bit shy, it doesn't count against the average. It's a nice sac fly.
And I mean, I'm sure there's 2 ways to feel in this situation. You can either go into it and think that the world's on your shoulders and you've got to do something here in this situation as a hitter, or you relish the situation. You want a bases loaded, no out situation to show what you can do. I'm thinking you're the latter, Kirk. Yeah. This is when you live in this situation.
Yeah, exactly. And a good mindset that I've kind of adapted to is to kind of look from the perspective of the pitcher. Like, he has a lot more pressure on him in this situation to make that pitch that'll get him maybe a strikeout, maybe a double play, and understand that he's probably feeling more pressure than I'm feeling.
Sauter certainly is feeling it right now. Couple balls there. Webster looking at the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and strikes out. That's one down. The road to recovery a little shorter now.
For the Ballistics, Joseph Park.
Exactly what the pitcher's looking for there. He's looking for that strikeout, minimize the damage, hopefully roll a double play here.
Park is up now. Bases loaded situation. Strike called.
Great pitch there. Look for him to live low in the zone this at bat, try to get that ground ball.
Get that double play in and end this inning.
He got the ground ball.
Oh, not able to come up with it though. A little bit bouncer there. One's across, that's two across. And the Ballistics added their lead. And you see there on the replay that normally would be a double play and inning-ending situation, but maybe these wet conditions, maybe the way that the field is right now, it didn't play out that way.
Yeah.
There's a high pitch from Sauter. Still facing. A couple runners on here.
I think it's been kind of fun throughout this game to see teammate on teammate. Maybe they know a bit about the batter and they throw like first pitch curveball like that because they know they don't like it.
Whoa, that one outside, and runners will advance. Moving from first and second to second and third. And that's probably a wet ball situation that just occurred there.
It's a very wet ball.
Even we could hear the catcher make a comment on his way to retrieve that in front of us here.
I see Don still got that arm on him to get that throw to the back to the pitcher. After all that BP he throws for the Bay Sox.
And of course, being your coach, Don, the umpire here today. Sauter settling in. That one hit. Oh, bounces up over the shortstop. One run is in to score. And that will be all they do here for damage there, or damage that time.
This is one of those situations where it's been quite the long inning. Defense gets a bit on their heels.
Ryan back up to play, or to hit, I should say. Back to the top of the order here.
Fake throw there from the catcher to second to try to get the runner at third to come home. Maybe throw him out, get him in a pickle.
Sauter delivers. That one again misses, and umpire calls dead ball there.
Now batting for the Ballistics, number 28, Nolan McNeil.
Once again into a bases loaded situation. Thanks to that player hit by pitch. Lee McNeil. looking for ground ball here. Potentially turn a double play end this inning, and McNeil gets hit. So that will score 1 run. Now runs the score to 8-2.
Coach of the Dirt Devils out to talk to the pitcher right now. Pitcher looks like he's losing his grip, probably because of the rain.
Yeah, talking about it, and looks like he's going to come out. Yeah, coach, I'm sure, is asking about the situation and how he felt with the rain and the mound.
For the Dirt Devils, number 20, Alex Stiles.
Alex Stiles is going to take things over on the mound. So he'll need a few minutes to get warmed up, and you can see he's kicking some pretty thick mud there. It's getting pretty thick.
Might need to get the ground screw out there. AKA my buddy Ryan Bartley out there. What the Bartleys are doing for baseball in Owen Sound it's great. It's something I've wanted to see for a long time, and I just love seeing the growth of baseball within the city. It's amazing to watch. All these people come from an hour and a half, 2 hours away to come out here for this event that's been put together amazingly by the Baysox and Bartleys. And I mean, no complaints except for the weather. I mean, even then, these kids don't seem to mind.
Not at all. Sometimes even if it's raining, it's still great to be outside playing baseball.
Yeah, you see these guys still smiling. They know what it's all about.
Now, hopefully baseball will be popular for a long, long time at Owen Sound. I know that based on, from what I've heard about the history of this field, they're starting to turn things around here. The Baysox, I guess, have had an opportunity now that we're coming out of the pandemic to build more of a fan base, and improvements are scheduled and going to be made on the field, and more fans will come out, and as more support is there, it can only grow. So,
yeah, it's great to see that.
72, Brady James.
So Brady Jane up to bat now. Janes, I should say. Janes sees a high one come at him. As welcome to the game, Stiles. Stiles delivers that one. A little more on the mark, but ball 2. That one strike. 2-1. Stiles delivers that one fouled back. Take the count to 2-2.
It's always interesting when you're out on that field to see the foul balls go over, see the cars start to slow down when everyone's looking in that direction.
Yeah, we are roadside adjacent here with this ballpark, Tom Williams Field in Owen Sound. That one fouled. Count stays 2-2.
Oh, they're out of baseballs.
More dry balls coming in. That one swung on and hit center field over their head, and that's going to bring in a few runs. 1 run scores, 2 runs coming in, and remaining runners will advance to second and third. A well hit ball by James.
For the Ballistics, number 91 of Maya Walton.
And the inning will continue as the onslaught of runs continues. And we've now come all the way around in the batting order. This is Waldron again. Walked in the previous at-bat this inning and later scored. First pitch in for a strike. That one hit right up the middle past the pitcher, picked up at second, thrown over to first, and that one off the mark. Another run will come in. Make that 2.
That was a great play there at second. You just got to wonder how much of the wet grass got onto that ball. Because he had to hurry with it. It's not like he could take his time, just wipe it off on his leg, get a clean ball, and throw it to first. It's a bang, bang play there, so.
The floodgates have kind of literally and figuratively opened up here. And we're back around to Mulvihill. He's the pitcher of note for the Ballistics. Mulvihill looking at a 1-1 pitch. It's called strike 2. It sounds like the rain slowed a little bit here. That one hit foul though. 2-2. Styles takes a look. Delivers that one high. And a little bit of trouble for the catcher. Eerily quiet at the ballpark right now. There's a strike called there. 2 down finally as they get into a position here.
Yeah, that'll do it to cause the silence at the park. I mean, it's been a long inning for the Dirt Devils. That looks like.
Now running at first base, 0-0, Cameron Mulvihill.
So Mulvihill is going to take over the base run.
That's probably so the catcher can get her gear on.
Styles, it's 2-0 count. Delivers. There goes Mulvihill. So right away, that substitute runner pays off as they take that second base. I mean, I guess you can never have too many runs. Styles in, got a swing and a strike there. Mulvihill taking a bit of a lead at second. I wonder if he's thinking about third. That one slow in. Styles must have just at the last second as the ball was leaving his hand, it must have slipped there because.
Now batting number 10, Lucas.
Yeah, that looked like a curveball that slipped out of his hands a bit. And as a batter, especially a left-handed batter facing a righty, you kind of just try to get out of the way, but the ball just keeps going towards you, and that's what happened there.
That one. Oh,
Oh, up and into his teammate.
if there's anyone that you're, we can tell that this is a control issue or maybe a wet ball, because you're not going to throw at your own teammate. That's for sure.
You can see them both smiling and laughing after that.
Oh yeah. So Styles is in there against Webster. 1-0 pitch. That's good for a strike. Webster struck out his previous at-bat this inning. Strike 2 called. Might strike out a second time here if Styles can keep that control. Either that or he's going to knock his helmet off, depending on how things are going. That one in the dirt.
Good block there, saved a run. Another run.
Yeah, Mulvihill was very keenly keeping an eye on that situation. See if the catcher came up with the ball. And that ball, I guess, not any good, so we're just take that out of play.
Don's going to need some ice after this game for his elbow.
Styles delivers, and that one is high for ball 4. Issues a walk to his teammate Webster.
Now batting for the Ballistics, number 7, Joseph Park.
Joseph Park back up again. Scored a run earlier this inning. That one in the dirt. Ball 1. Styles still kicking at that mound, and rain is tapered a little bit, but it's still consistently raining. That's another broken bat, eh?
More firewood. Too bad we're under a fire ban right now. I'd rather be put to good use.
3 broken bats today. How much does a bat cost again?
Oh, it depends what kind of. If it's a big name brand, probably
Put up 8 runs
around $200. But if it's like a local, sometimes it's just as good. It's about 100.
Okay. And what do you prefer to use? Is there?
I personally prefer wood because it gives more true of a result. And with BB Core, which is what we use at school, it's just like it doesn't give good feedback if you actually like square up a ball or not.
Okay.
And the reason we do use BB Core at school is because